Okay, so the tween and teen craft is these little gnome homes or little mushrooms. I might try to draw a door on there, but I'm not very great at drawing stuff. So what you'll need for this is you'll need a clay pot, and then a base for the clay pot. I got these at Walmart for $3 each, I think. You want the bigger size base, like normally this would be a smaller base. I got an extra size up so that when it's together it looks more like a mushroom. So you want that, you'll paint that. Let's see, you'll need paints, of course. These are Colorations BioColor. It says all-in-one paint. Acrylic is best if you're going to put this outside. I probably won't put mine outside because I had other gnomes and they got stolen. So it's up to you. But whatever. You can use sealant. This is Mod Podge sealant. It's a high shine, so that'll be pretty. So that should keep the paint on, and you can always repaint. I mean, it's a really inexpensive project anyway. Paintbrushes, I like the foam ones. You can use any kind you like. I have this little dot painter that I got to work with the Storytime kids that I'm going to use to put the dots on the mushroom. But if you really want, you can just take a sponge and cut a circle and, I don't know, use like your fingers just to hold it and make the dots. I have 2 paper plates just for the paints. I have this wax paper, which I'm going to put behind here so that it can dry. And the last thing you'll need for this is some sort of sealant that's good for outside. This is an epoxy. It's good for outside. It's supposed to set within 5 minutes, and then you leave it go for at least 24 hours. I know this stuff really smells bad, so you want to use it in an open space, but we'll see how that goes, and that should hold outside. So, of course, the first thing we're going to do is paint. I will go ahead and pause this so that I can just get the paints on the plates. Okay, so a lot of people like to use red and white for mushrooms. I wanted mine to be a little bit funkier, so I have turquoise and magenta. I'm going to make the cap turquoise, I think, yes. And I'll make the base and the dots magenta. So, I mean, it's very simple. You guys know how to paint. Everything I'm doing this week has paint involved, so you might see me in black the next few times. Now look, we're gonna need more than one coat of this stuff. So I might actually have to switch out to the acrylic. I really hate to do that, but it really takes a lot of paint. The other thing with this terracotta stuff is it likes to suck the paint in. It's porous, so you will have to do more than one coat. So I'm gonna end up using like the whole bottle here, I think. But I'm gonna go ahead and paint this. Really think you guys know how to paint. Oh, and this is the teen and tween craft because of the epoxy part. But I'm sure that some of you older guys can help some of the little guys, or parents can help the kids, because, you know, obviously you don't have to worry about painting. Kids love to paint, usually. Some kids don't like to get messy, though. So I'm going to go ahead and paint this and show you what it looks like when it's done, and we'll see how many coats it takes. This is supposed to be pretty fast drying, so hopefully it is. I don't want to put too much of a thick coat on it because it won't dry, but we'll go from there. We'll see how it turns out. All right, I have the top drying, and I'm going to start the base. If you really want, you can kind of leave this natural and just put the sealant on it. But I'm gonna paint it because why not? This one's easier to paint because you can just stick your hand in it like a bell. So cool beans. Again, you can see it's not coating that great because the terracotta or clay, whatever you want to call it, kind of soaks in moisture. So once this is dry, the next coat should be a little bit better, and I'm guessing 3 or 4 coats total. So you got to be patient and let this stuff dry. And I started this on Wednesday morning, so hopefully we have enough time to get it done before the weekend, or else I'll be scrambling on Monday morning before putting this up. But again, I'm just gonna turn this off and let it dry, and we'll see how many coats it takes. Okay, so back to our gnome home, our little mushroom. I don't know. This is the all-in-one paint. You can see it's very splotchy. This one's not as bad. When I put it together, I have to say, like, although part of me says this looks awful, part of me also says it kind of looks like it's distressed or whatever they call that, and a little antique-ish. But I think overall it kind of looks awful. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and repaint it with the acrylic, and we'll just use this as the base coat. So we'll see. See, already that smooths on much nicer, much more nicely. I don't know, but my grammar's really gone downhill since I haven't had to talk much to kids and stuff. Got to work on that. So it looks like we're going to need 2 more coats. This should dry. Right now it's about 2:30. This should dry before 3, and I can get the 3rd coat on, which if we just did the acrylic would only have to be the 2nd coat, because that's all we needed on our clay pot gnomes. And it does look a little streaky as I do it, but I'm hoping that this is like the other ones. They dried really nice and solid. I'm not hating this blue, so it's called cobalt blue. I just think it's really pretty, so kind of worked out. I do like turquoise though. Thought it'd be nice and bright. But now it's gonna be more like this, and I'm gonna probably use the blue for the, or sorry, the red for the spots when this is all done and dry. It would be nice, kind of like a patriotic theme if I did them white. But the only white paints I have are tempera, which is a water-based paint and not great for outside, even if you do seal it. And I have that all-in-one paint, which I don't know, maybe I'll paint something else and see if it works on top of it. So we'll see. I think I'm kind of overdoing it here, but I'm just going to go ahead and turn this off. I'm going to finish these coats and push this aside, and I'll do the 3rd coat without you guys, because you don't need to watch me paint, especially since I'm not teaching you any kind of techniques, because I'm really not good at it. So, you know, again, these are supposed to be fun. If you're looking for expert stuff, you got to go to Etsy. But if you want just fun and mess, you come to Miss Nikki. All right, so I'm going to pause you guys. Okay, well, we're almost done with our mushroom. I don't know if you can tell from there, but this is still a little bit wet, so I'm not going to put the Mod Podge on it yet. I did do the base nice and shiny, and it's mostly dry. What we're going to do is use the Loctite. That's what I got. You can use whatever sealant works for you. It just has to be something good for all weather. So this is how you do it. You just break off this little tip, break it off, then you stick one of these suckers on. Comes with 2 of them, I guess, because it clogs up once it's done. Then you gotta squeeze it. So we're gonna put it on there. If we can get it to come out. Oh, fudge. Okay. I don't know, maybe it won't go down there. If that happens again, we'll just do it without this stick. There we go. And I don't know how much it takes, so I'm just gonna go in a slow circle here. I do have some drizzling down the back because I don't have it in right. Just want to make sure it's coated. I don't want this falling apart, though it just might. Probably don't need any in here because I don't think it's going to touch, but can't really hurt either. I'll wipe that off real quick. Boy, does that smell bad. Okay. Oh well. I just put a little water on this. I'm gonna wipe it. You shouldn't be able to see it because of the lid, but you know, we'll just make that the Mac. So you can see it's not perfection, but it's on there. So I have it on there. It says it takes about 10 minutes to stick and then about 24 hours to set. So we're just gonna put this aside and I'll spray the Mod Podge on it tomorrow and show you it all shiny and done. And remember, when you Mod Podge the sealant, 10 minutes in between each seal and 24 hours before you really touch it. But yeah, this is the sealant, and it is technically water resistant, but I certainly wouldn't put it out in a really hard rain or anything, unless yours is all blobby like mine and you want to repaint it. But whatever, it's cute. So I'll show you what it looks like when it's all done.